The Kayla continuum did not believe in waste. Every organism existed as a function within a greater equation. Energy was transferred, matter was reclaimed, information was preserved. Death was not tragedy, it was redistribution. When a Kayla unit ceased, its biological mass was recycled. Neural imprints were integrated into the continuum's shared memory lattice. Experience was retained. Identity was irrelevant. Nothing was lost. Nothing was mourned. Other species described death in emotional terminology. The continuum categorized this as cognitive inefficiency. Humans ranked below average in optimization metrics. They formed small social clusters. They assigned disproportionate value to individuals. They maintained artifacts of the deceased. However, they were politically stable, predictable within acceptable margins. When a human cruiser was destroyed near the gas giant Ilrith 9 during a minor border enforcement action, the continuum recorded the exchange as statistically acceptable. One vessel removed. Strategic balance unchanged. Human withdrawal probability 99.8%. The engagement lasted 9 minutes. The human fleet disengaged. Projection confirmed. The cruiser's remains drifted into Ilrith 9's orbit, scattering debris across a widening halo of fractured ala and ionized vapor illuminated by the gas giant's storm bands. The event was archived. Case resolved. 12 standard hours later, long-range sensor arrays detected 6 human vessels re-entering the system. 2 destroyers. 1 carrier frame. 3 auxiliary hulls of unfamiliar design. Not configured for assault. The continuum recalculated. Objective probability, technological salvage. Escalation probability, minimal. The human vessels approached the debris field and halted. The auxiliary hulls opened. Smaller craft deployed in controlled arcs, shielded pods, tethered drones, exosuited humans maneuvering through rotating fragments of their destroyed cruiser. Initial assessment confirmed salvage behavior. Then anomaly markers triggered. Human teams bypassed intact weapon modules. They ignored recoverable propulsion cores. They left encrypted data vault fragments drifting. Instead, they moved toward biological signatures. Deceased crew. Each body was located through residual suit transponders. Each form was stabilized, secured, and transferred with deliberate care. Open communications accompanied each retrieval. Lieutenant Mara Ionescu confirmed. Chief Petty Officer Alvarez confirmed. Corporal Singh confirmed. Names were spoken. Names served no tactical function. The continuum searched its cultural database. Humans maintained individual designation persistence beyond biological termination. They stored records, they held ceremonies, they revisited sites of loss. The cost-to-benefit ratio was negative. Resource expenditure exceeded tactical gain by 43%. Exposure risk elevated by 38%. The continuum initiated observational patrol deployment. Presence alone should have triggered human withdrawal. Human formations shifted. Not retreat. Defense. Destroyers rotated outward, engines flaring to maintain position between the patrol and the recovery craft. Recovery continued. A calibrated Kayla warning strike impacted the outer hull of a human destroyer. Hull integrity reduced to 71%. Projection recalculated. Withdrawal probability rising. Instead, the damaged destroyer repositioned to shield a recovery pod, still tethered to a fragment of cruiser hull. 2 additional bodies were secured during that exchange. Predictive confidence degraded. The Kayla patrol escalated engagement parameters. Targeted strikes disabled a human auxiliary vessel's aft propulsion ring. Decompression vented atmosphere into vacuum. Human response latency, 1.7 seconds. Counterfire initiated. Not chaotic. Not rage-patterned. Controlled. Human targeting algorithms prioritized Kayla weapon arrays, sensor nodes, and propulsion clusters. Within 4 minutes, 3 patrol vessels were rendered inoperable. Humans did not pursue. They did not attempt destruction of disabled craft. They reformed defensive positions. Recovery operations resumed. The continuum's predictive lattice encountered divergence. Assumption, casualty reduces operational effectiveness. Observed, casualty increases positional commitment. Additional simulation layers were activated. Historical human conflict records were integrated in real time. Patterns emerged. When humans sustained symbolic losses, risk tolerance increased. Fleet reinforcement timelines accelerated. Production output intensified. Recruitment metrics rose. Grief did not degrade cohesion. It amplified it. The continuum identified grief as a nonlinear variable. Unlike rage, which destabilized and decayed rapidly, grief condensed. It hardened. It produced sustained escalation thresholds. This variable had not been weighted sufficiently in prior human modeling. Confidence index reduced by 9%. During the final retrieval cycle, all 6 human vessels synchronized. Weapons powered down. Engines idling. Open communications transmitted a single sustained tone across local space. Then silence. Exactly 60 seconds. No movement, no speech. The debris field rotated slowly around Ilrith 9. After 60 seconds, engines reactivated. Human vessels departed in disciplined formation. They left no bodies behind. They left disabled Kayla patrol ships intact. The event was archived under Morning Retrieval Anomaly. Further analysis continued across the continuum. Expanded datasets revealed consistent behavioral architecture. Humans preserved identifiers of the deceased. They constructed monuments. They renamed vessels. They taught subsequent generations the stories of those lost. Loss was not deleted from the system. It was retained. 3 standard months later, Kayla sensors detected expansion in nearby human shipyards. 2 new cruisers were commissioned. Their transponders carried familiar designations. Ionescu, Alvarez, Singh. The continuum recalculated long-term engagement projections. Symbolic casualty generation increased probability of prolonged conflict by 26%. Attrition-based deterrence models degraded significantly. Consensus update. Human emotional loss increases operational persistence. Grief functions as reinforcement catalyst. Recommendation. Avoid actions that create memorial events. Addendum. Species exhibits identity continuity beyond biological termination. Ships can be destroyed. Names cannot. The humans never knew they were being studied. They never intended strategic messaging. They simply refused abandonment of their dead. Within that refusal, the continuum identified an instability it could not neutralize. Meaning.
In every galaxy, there are constants: gravity, time, entropy, and now humanity.